Hello and welcome to Mily Makes knitting podcast. How are you all? It's been a while. I think the last time I got an episode up was, I don't even know, maybe like 4 months ago at this point. Yeah, I just take these off actually. I've just been putting it off really. I don't know why. Haven't really felt like recording, and then when I have, I've not had a great setup, but now I've got a ring light thing which holds the phone, so I feel like it's better now, so that's good, and it's making it easier to record, so that's really good. So I have a lot to show you because it's been so long, so I hope you've got yourself a drink and something to eat and a project to work on, and let's just jump right in. Let's just get straight to it. Let's start with what I'm wearing. So these are both objects you've not seen before. This first one under here, I had some drops air in my stash, which I originally bought for the Badger and Bloom sweater, and ultimately I just decided that I didn't want to do stranded colour work with drops air, because I was worried about its how well the yarn would wear over time. So I thought, what else could I do with it? And I found this pattern. I wanted to try brioche because I've not tried it before, and the shoulders on this are in brioche, which is really cool. This pattern is the Night Nook sweater by Stephen West. It's quite old. I think it's quite an old pattern by him. It's a saddle shoulder in brioche stitch here, and then garter stitch. You pick up stitches along the shoulders and you, I think, knit and garter stitch around all the way around, and then you pick up again and just knit in stockinette to here where you split for sleeves, and then I modified the sleeves to not have the striping all the way down. I've just done block colour, but I just wear this around the house. Like, it's so comfy and warm. It's not my favourite sweater jumper, but it serves a purpose in being something cosy that I can throw on while I work from home, which is what I do most of the time. So yeah, I think I knit it to a good length. The sleeves are a nice length. I've got some kind of wonky decreasing, as in it's like kind of obvious, but I just thought I didn't want the sleeves to be super, because in the pattern it's written that you decrease all the way down to like a really, really tight arm, and I didn't want that, so I knit straight, and then I've just done some decreasing up to the wrist, and then the body's just finished with a little bit of twisted rib. But yeah, I like the drops air. It's so soft, and it's so warm and affordable, and I think drops is great in that respect. Like, it is, I'd say, quite good quality. Obviously not as good as, you know, some of the things you can pay for, but it makes knitting more accessible for a lot of people who are, you know, on more of a budget, you know, myself included. So yeah, I don't know if I'd recommend using drops air for striping, just because it's not picking up on camera, but you lose, because the fibres are so fluffy, they kind of meld into each other and you lose like the definition a bit. But yeah, let's move on. Oh, I didn't say what size I knit this in. I will leave sizing and all information I'm going to leave in the description below. I'm not going to put anything on screen because I think it's just easier to have it all in the description box below, so you can reference that later if you want to. The other thing I was wearing is this beauty. I love this. Such a nice project to work on. This is the Autumn Tales shawl by Ozetta. It's a standard, you know, basically like a Sophie shawl. Oh, little end there. Yeah, garter stitch, triangular shaped shawl with a part that you kind of like knit straight for down there. It just forms a really nice shape. Basically I've knit this because me and my fiance are getting married in like almost 2 weeks now, and I wanted something, a shawl to wear, and the colour that I'm kind of going for is like a, you know, accent colour, I don't know what you call it, is burgundy. So this is knit in a combination of 2 yarns held together. It's Drops alpaca silk in, I can't remember, is it Bordeaux? I think it might be called Bordeaux. And a fingering weight sock yarn, which I got on eBay. Someone was selling like a pack of 20 of this fingering weight. I think it's your standard 80% wool, 20% nylon, superwash, I think. And it's created a really, actually quite nice fabric. You get a little bit of sheen from the silk cord, and then you finish it off with a really easy but very effective, I think, crochet slip stitch braid around all of the shawl, which is just really pretty. And yeah, I think it will be really nice to wear. I've not worn it at all because I'm saving it for the big day. Oh, it's so cozy, guys. So cozy. I think once the wedding's out of the way, like, this is just going to be worn non-stop. It's just so squishy and nice, and it knit up so fast. I think I was using 5mm needles, 5 or 5.5. Again, everything will be referenced below. Yeah, and it was just such a quick knit and so mindless, and I would highly recommend it. I think when I've obviously got makeup on and then contrasted with a white, my white wedding dress, I think it will look really nice. More on wedding stuff to come. Okay, more finished objects. This isn't everything because it would just be too much to show you, but this is just like a handful of things that I've recently finished. This is a self-drafted pattern. People call it a dicky, or it's like a vest with like it's just like you put your head in it, and you've got this to keep your neck warm. This is knit in Cascade 220, and it's my first time using it, and I love it. It's really nice, really, really nice. It blocks out so well, and it's next to skin soft. It's not like the softest thing you'll ever feel, but you could definitely wear this next to skin. It's got, so this is the front. It's quite hard to show really, but this is the front. And the back is slightly longer. So I started down the bottom here, cast on down here, and I worked this really simple cable. It's a 6-stitch slip stitch cable, and I alternated in the directions, so like this one's going down, this one's going up. And when I was knitting it up, I was like, oh, I don't know if this is working, because when you knit cables, like the fabric is so tight and it was rolling. I was like, oh. And I was like, oh, blocking will fix it, and it actually did. I had to block it quite vigorously because it needed to stretch out, and it hasn't. I mean, the cables have lost bounce, but I still think it looks really pretty. And yeah, I just knit. So then I stopped doing the cables, and then I just knit in 6x2 6x2 rib all the way to the neck, and then I use the terrazzo neck. I think I'm recording. Yeah, the terrazzo. I use the terrazzo neck pattern by Petite Knit to figure out how I was gonna do the shoulders. So I loosely followed that, and it worked. I could even keep it in pattern. Like, I'm really surprised that it's turned out as well as it has, to be honest. So yeah, shaped for the neck, and then carried round to the back, and then I just knit in the 6x2 ribbing, and finished with the cables, which again are slightly longer on the back. Then I blocked it, and then I picked up for the neck, which I've just done in 2x2 ribbing. I tried to pick up and knit in a way that it kind of follows the pattern. So like my pearls, I not very well tried to line up. They do line up, but just a little bit offset. But it really doesn't matter. This is a what's the word? Utility? I don't think that's right. Do you know what I'm trying to say? This is a piece that is very functional, so doesn't matter if it's not so aesthetically pleasing. So yeah, I knit the neck so that I can fold it, and just, yeah, so it can keep me warm. And then I picked up along the whole edge, both sides, and did I think 3-stitch I-cord, just to stop it from rolling. And I'm so proud of myself, guys. Yeah, for a pretty much completely self-drafted pattern, I think I did a good job. And I tell you what, I've been wearing it. I think I've worn it every day since I finished it, because we walk the dog in the morning, and it's so cold at the moment in the morning that this is just brilliant to chuck on under a coat, because excuse me, you don't overheat in it at all, because it's just warming your chest and your neck and up to your chin if you want. I think one thing I am going to do though is undo my bind off, because it's just a regular bind off, and add more length to the neck so I can fold it over double and it comes right up. Because at the moment I'm having to, like, you can see it's not quite long enough. I want it to come up longer. So anyway, I don't plan to write a pattern. I was like toying with the idea of writing a pattern, but I don't have the patience. I have so much admiration for designers, knitwear designers. For me, as someone who has a creative day job anyway, it's not the process of coming up with the idea and executing it. I can do that. It's the maths and the stress of test knitting and grading and trying to find people to sample knit if I needed that. I'd love to, don't get me wrong. I think it's a lovely idea. I can't see myself doing that. So yeah, this is a unique, one-of-a-kind piece. And I love it. The colour is, I think it's called Fawn in the 220 Heathers. So it's got really slight heathered effect. Don't know how well that's picking up. It's early and I'm tired. I took my partner to the station this morning because he's travelling to London for work. And I'm on my first coffee and I'm tired. But we're here. We showed up. We're doing it. moving on. I think that's, oh no, I'll show this last thing because I'm proud of it, and it's cute. So I've got into spinning. I picked it up in the summer and I spun like a certain amount of yarn, and then it was just sitting as singles, like unplied. And I was like, why don't I just ply it up and try and do something with it? So I'll show you. So the colour, all of this is hand spun except the strand of mohair, but this section here hasn't got any mohair in it. So I applied my like multicoloured pink, it's like pinks, reds, some yellow in it as well, like dark burgundy red. I got a pack of Wensleydale fibre on Etsy. But I didn't realise you shouldn't, well, I don't know, but it wasn't designed for spinning. It's the type of fibre where it's not been combed so that all the strands are facing the same way. They're like facing all different ways. So trying to spin with it and trying to draft with it, I could do it, but it's not, maybe, maybe you can spin with that, but I don't think that was designed for it. I think that was designed for felting. Anyway, I managed. I applied that together with some white, I don't know what fibre it is, but just a white fibre wool. I made a 2-ply, which is what the whole thing is knitted in, basically. And then for certain sections of it, I've held it with a strand of just a white mohair, just to give it a bit more strength. So this is basically like a little tiny clutch. I need to add a little button to the front, and it's just going to hold bits and bobs. Yeah, I don't even know how I made it. As in, like, I knit a swatch with it and I thought, I don't want to waste the fibre. So then I picked up along here and knit up, and then I picked up along the other side, knit up, and then I picked up this along both this bit and this bit, and then I just crocheted slip stitching around the two sides to close it up, and then I just, with whatever was left, because I didn't want any leftovers, I knit this just big chunky garter stitch thing that flips around to the front. Yeah, I'm so proud of it. She's a statement. She is a statement, but I love her because it's, yeah, a bit like the whole process of like spinning the yarn from not even stuff that I think was meant for spinning to then plying it together and then knitting it into this little clutch bag. I've just put some fabric, I think I'm going to line it. I've just put some like scrap fabric in, but yeah, look at her. My it's very slubby, as you can see, because this was my like basically first spinning project, but I'm so proud. Looks really cool on the wrong side as well. It reminds me of a Noro yarn, like a kakigori, you know how slubby they are, and like highly twisted spin. Yeah, I just really like so happy, and I want to spin more. I think that's going to be one of my goals next year. I've got quite a few making goals for myself that I want to set for next year, which I'll make a separate video on nearer the time, but spinning is going to be one of them. So yeah, that's that little guy. Now let's talk about some whips, shall we? Because otherwise this video is going to be too long. We're already at 20 minutes. Right, whip. Let's start with this one, whip number 1. I mentioned that I'm getting married in less than 2 weeks, and as per usual, I am stressed in not stressed, but I have put things off until the last minute. We booked the wedding a while ago now, and I ordered the dress a while ago. I think it was in the summer. Was not thinking ahead particularly well in that I was going to be really cold. So I was like, I need something to put over the dress, because I've got this shawl that I'm going to be wearing. This is lovely and warm, but it's not going to be enough for my arms. It is if you're coming to the wedding, by the way, please don't watch this. Wait till after the wedding, because unless you want the surprise to be ruined, which is fine. So I was like, I need an extra layer to put to keep my arms warm and just to keep like up here nice and warm. So we have this guy. She's big. She's 2 strands of mohair, big floaty sleeve with a tight I-cord bind off for the wrist. Look how big. It's like a proper balloon sleeve. And then an I-cord neck, which I need to graft. I need to graft together. It's a circular yoke because I was like, I need this to be quick, stress-free, and something I can just go on, because I don't have the time to be knitting cardigans and etc. She's very cropped because my dress, I wanted it to be cropped just to look better with the style of the dress. But yeah, she's going to be lovely and warm on the day. I'm trying my best to like I could just try it on, but it's cold. I'm such a bad podcaster. There. That's just to show like the shawl and the big floaty jumper. I think it's gonna look really good. So yeah, that's nearly done. All I need to do is knit the other sleeve, which I knit the sleeve because I was kind of like panicking. I knit this in like 2 days. I'm using 6.5mm needles though, so it is a quick knit. I haven't even said what the pattern is. The pattern is Musso, I believe you pronounce it, by Spastrico. I bought the ebook, which is 10 circular yoke patterns, and this was in there. And I was like, perfect. It's simple, understated, easy. Oh, I did do some decreasing once I'd joined in the round, done the sleeves. I did do a bit of it decreasing just to try and bring it in a little bit. And then obviously the I-cord does bring it in as well. So it's actually, when it's on, it kind of like ruffles, which like around the neck, because there's so much fabric, the I-cord really brings it in, and it's like creates this like ruffle, unintentional, but it actually looks really nice. It's so soft. So soft. It's Debbie Bliss Angel in white, and I'd say it's like a true white. It's got a slight yellowish tinge, but it's because my dress is like pure ice white. I feel like this slight ivory hint to it it does work. So yeah, so we got the shawl, we got the jumper layer, and we got the dress. Yeah, so that is that one. Nearly done. Nearly done. And then because I'm mad, I'm knitting for each of the guests. It's only a small wedding, like 25 people. I'm knitting each of them a mini jumper as a wedding favour. I'll show you one. I put them away. They're in these really cute bags. I'm so extra. But I think because it's a small wedding, I'm like, I can afford to do these like small things. Because I like it and it's nice. So this is one of them. Are you ready? It's backwards because obviously. Look how cute, how flipping cute. So the pattern is it the gilded, is that the word? Gilded mini sweater or something by Fable Knitwear. And it's super simple, just a tiny raglan jumper. I've got them when I'm using 4 different colours, and I'm just picking the colour based on what I think the person would like the most. And then I got this gold like thread on Amazon. I'll link it, just to embroider their initial, their letter of their first name. I'm really pleased with them. I think they're so cute, and I think what a cute wedding favour. And then basically what I've put them over is which just happened to work. Like, I was really surprised. It's just this little little tiny glass tub with some matches and some love hearts in it, and some tinsel, because it's just cute and wintry. And then they can hang the jumper on their tree or in the house somewhere. And I think that's a really nice wedding favour, because it's handmade and personalised, and who wouldn't want a mini Christmas jumper, really? So yeah, I've made 9, I think, and I need to make like double that, basically. Yeah, nothing like putting yourself under pressure. So yeah, that is that. And then this is nearly finished, and I really want it to be finished because because I really want the finished object. This is a Musselburgh hat. I'm sure you all know the pattern. And I'm knitting it on the tiniest, I'd say this is like light fingering, because it's very thin, and it's like gorgeous forest green colour, and it's taking ages but it's going to be so nice when it's done. Like, you can see how small the stitches are, but it's going to be so good when it's done. I've got maybe like 5 centimetres to go, and then I can start decreasing. And then I can have a nice hat to wear. Because I only have one hat, and I knit it like 4 years ago. And I wear it, but it's like not my favourite. It's in a superwash yarn, and it's not my favourite, so I just want this to be done for the dog walks. Cold dog walks. I wonder if I can try it on. Actually, no, I'm not going to, because I feel like all the stitches will fly off. I'm using a 3mm needle, and my gauge, I can't remember what my gauge is, but I have like 1, 2, 3, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 38, 39. I've got 40 stitches in each section. So if you've knit the pattern before, that'll give you an idea of how small my gauge is, because it's tiny. But it looks big, like for a hat, it looks quite wide. But maybe I think we'll be fine. I've like folded it into itself to kind of get an idea of it. But yeah, it's gonna be so good and so warm. Oh, I need it now. So I've been knitting on this because I needed a break from the wedding knits. This is like a nice in-between mindless like thing. So yeah, that's nearly done. Let's show one more thing, because I don't have the time. Oh, Joe, it's not even here, so I can't show one more thing. That'll do for now. I do have more that I'm doing. But oh, it's just here. I can show this as the last thing. This has been on hold because of everything else I'm knitting on, but this is sweater number 20 something by My Favourite Things Knitwear. It's very green. Oh. I want this so badly because it's just going to be the most delightful, oversized, boxy work from home jumper ever. It's a drop shoulder. I think I'm using 5mm needles. I'm using the yarn is one strand of an anonymous green yarn that I picked up at Buxton Wool Gathering. There was a man just selling huge skeins of this green yarn, which is, I think it's a wool, it's just like I don't know what exact wool it is, but it is wool. So I'm using that, which is DK weight, with a strand of Valley Yarns mohair in Spring Moss, I think it's called. And it is such a good green. The mohair is such a good green. And they're quite closely matched, so you're not really getting any, you know, that kind of like clash between the mohair and the main strand that you can sometimes get. There's actually none of that. It's so green. It's like a proper Kermit the Frog green, so I'm calling it my Kermit sweater. I just want it to be done, please. I don't even know if this green suits me, but I haven't got any makeup on, and I think that always makes a difference. Anyone else like that? No, I think it will, because it looks nice with my dark hair. Yeah, but look how big the armhole is gonna be. I think you do some decreasing, but I really want a big oversized arm anyway. So I think this is going to end up being my Christmas jumper. Because imagine this with like some red lipstick. I think that would be cute. Oh, I just want to keep it here because it's so soft and warm. I just need to knit the two arms. I did a tubular bind off on the neckline, which you just can't beat the look of a tubular bind off, can you? And on the bottom ribbing, which was a lot because there's a lot of stitches and it's oversized, but it's big needles, so it wasn't too bad. It's a bit my ribbing's not very neat down here, but 1x1 ribbing can sometimes look a bit funky, can't it? I love it so much, and seeing it on camera, like I'm just like, oh, can someone knit it for me, because I just need it now. Yeah, there's the drop shoulder. Back. Super simple, and yeah. Okay, that's it. We're at 35 minutes. We're doing good. I've just got one more thing to show you, which is my advent calendar. I've not had an advent calendar since I was, I want to say, don't know, 14? I'm 30 now. God, I'm 30. Oh. So I was like, for my birthday, which was in October, I asked Andy, my partner, for this advent calendar by Woolly Mammoth. Ta-da! It's 12 days, and I don't know what's in there. Like, I've actually, I think, I'm guessing it's like 12 10 grams or 20 gram, I'm not sure. It's so gorgeous, like it's beautiful. The painting is stunning. I think, did her partner paint it? I think her partner might have painted it. And it's gorgeous. If there was a print of that, I think there was an option to buy the print. I should have done, because it's beautiful. And then the little windows with the numbers on. I'm so excited. So excited. So yeah, I thought I'd show you that. I have no idea what I will do with the yarn, but I'm thinking maybe, I know that Laura Penrose has come out with some great patterns recently. Is it the Stella cushion and the Sweet Shop blanket? And their design, they'll be great for advents, won't they? I just need to get, once I've opened them all, I'll just need to get a main colour to pair with them. So maybe after Christmas I could treat myself to some of her natural base to pair with whatever's, I don't know what's in here though. We'll see. We will see. But yeah, that's very exciting. I think that's it. I have many knitting dreams and knitting plans, but as per usual, I have too many whips. I do have another whip. No, I have 3 other whips, but I don't have the time to show you. And I've not worked on them in ages. But once the wedding knitting is done, I can then focus on the green jumper and the other bits and get them done. And then I want to start 2024 with either nothing on the needles, which I think is going to be I think that's too much to ask for me, or maybe like 1 project, or yeah. Is that too much to ask considering what I have right now? Probably, but I want to go into 2024 feeling uncluttered and fresh, you know, with some goals. Nothing mad, like I'm not a goal person, but I do think they can be very useful. They can be very useful. So, and with that, I shall leave you. I hope this hasn't been too rambly or mad or like I've seemed, I don't know, just worrying about how I come across on camera now. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys soon, and I hope you're having a wonderful November. I hope you're keeping warm in all your knits. I certainly am. This is amazing. Please go and knit one if you haven't already. It's so lovely. And I will see you soon.